Welcome to Commanders Daily, everybody. I'm your host, Bob Matthews. This is your one-stop shop for everything going on with the local 53. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss a minute of it. All right, the schedule is officially out. I know we have had leaks all week, but now we know officially where the Commanders are playing and, more importantly, when. And it's a very interesting schedule. I think if you want to top line this, and we're going to go through it game by game here in a second, but the top line says that this team is definitely in ascendance in the league's eyes, and they want to put them on national TV as much as humanly possible. If you like those 1 o'clock windows, you are not going to see them very much. Not counting Christmas Day, the Commanders are only going to have 5 games in the 1 o'clock Sunday window. The other thing that you're going to notice is that the start of the season sets up pretty favorably for them. And that, I think, is a good thing as well. They're going to come out of September, or at least have the opportunity to, looking pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule. I'm going to take it quarter by quarter, month by month. September, first quarter of the season, it's ironically a 1 o'clock game to start things against the Giants. Now, we kind of knew yesterday, day before, that was going to happen, but 1 o'clock against the Giants at Northwest Stadium. That one's going to be on Fox. Then week 2, straight to prime time. The Amazon Prime game on Thursday night against the Green Bay Packers. I kind of like that. If you're going to play your Thursday night game, get it out of the way early in the year. Although for the Commanders, we'll see that that's not entirely the case, but I digress. You get that one out of the way early in the year. And since you've got to play Green Bay on the road, at least you're playing them in September when odds are the weather's going to be a lot better. Then it's back home to D.C. week 3 against the Las Vegas Raiders, another 1 o'clock game. And finally, you close out September on the road in Atlanta against the Falcons, and that one is a 1 o'clock game. This is what I mean about the schedule the first month of the season. I think that the league has set it up to give the Commanders a really, really good shot at starting the year. I don't know about 4-0, but 3-1 is definitely possible. Again, in a given Sunday, but still, they have got a really nice start to the season that should get them off to a fast start. Let's go to October now. And now we start with the primetime games. So week 5, it's a road trip out to L.A. to play the Chargers. So coming off of 1 o'clock on week 4, you go out to L.A., play the Chargers, 4:25 on Fox. Very important that is a 4:25 start, not a 4:05 start. This is the Fox game of the week. So while we don't know if they'll get them beforehand, at the very, very latest, you get Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady week 5 for the Fox game of the week against the Chargers. 2 playoff teams last year. Ought to be a good game. Week 6, the first Monday night football game of the year. This one against the Bears. A rematch of the Hail Mary game at Northwest Stadium in D.C. Monday, October 13th. Then it's off to Dallas for the first Cowboy game of the year. So the first Cowboy week, Dallas week, is Sunday, October 19th. Again, 4:25. So it's the Fox game of the week, week 7. And then week 8, it's on the road to Kansas City, play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, a Monday night game. 2 Monday night football games in 3 weeks. When was the last time you could say that about the Commanders? Yeah, it's kind of been a minute. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go on now to November. And again, more primetime games. Week 9 against the Seahawks. That one is your first Sunday night football game of the year. That one against Seattle. So Sunday night football, week 9, that's November 2nd against Seattle. Followed up by the Detroit Lions coming to D.C. for another, you guessed it, 4:25 game on Fox. Fox is putting the Commanders in the national game of the week a ton this year. Not every time they have the opportunity, but pretty darn close to it. After Detroit, and this I'm not crazy about that they've got to play that late Sunday afternoon game, because then they got to hop on a plane at some point and get to Spain, because it's the game in Madrid against the Dolphins week 11. So, again, a non-1 o'clock start. That's the 9:30 window. Then they get their bye week 12. So, and that's the question. Do they get on a plane right after the game Do they wait till Monday? Hell, do they wait till Thursday, go over right before so they don't have a chance for jet lag to affect them? It'll be interesting to see how they handle that. Finally, here we go. Final part of the season. Again, you get the bye week 12 and then week 13. Hey, at least you got time to rest up because week 13, another Sunday night football game against Denver this time. Broncos were a playoff team last year. You got to play the AFC West, so there you go. It's the Broncos on week 13 Sunday night football. Then you got two more early window games after that, on the road against Minnesota and on the road against the Giants again. So December 7th and December 14th, both of those 1 o'clock games. Now it starts to get interesting the last 3 weeks of the season. For one thing, you've got the Eagles. You got the two Eagle games in the final 3 weeks of the season, sandwiched by the Cowboys. So the Philly game week 16, it's on Fox. We don't have a time for it yet. Odds are it's going to be flexed to 425. That's what we're all thinking because a playoff spot of some sort should be at stake at that point. Then the Cowboys game week 7, Christmas Day. We kind of knew that was happening because of the fact that the 4 teams playing on week 16 last year also played on Christmas Day. Washington is in that foursome, and we were right. The Cowboys game, Christmas Day on Netflix, 1 o'clock. That's that triple header that day. And again, national television audience for it. And then finally, they wrap it up week 18 in Philly against the Eagles. That one could be at any time. If there are playoff spots, seeding, a division title, whatever at stake, it's going to be 425 or possibly Sunday Night Football. If not, it'd be the 1 o'clock window. But I'm betting on it being 425 at that point. So a lot of Monday night games, a lot of Sunday night games, a lot of games of the week. And for good reason. This team is in ascendance, and they are thinking, the league is, that Jaden Daniels is going to follow up his rookie season with an even better second year. Will that happen? What do we think the win total is going to be? I will go into that tomorrow. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. And, like the wise man once said, if you're out on your bike tonight, as always, do wear white.